like to say to this gentleman and all other people who are not blessed with melanin at this point in time to understand that what has happened in our history is that you have been misinformed as much as we have been misinformed. Much of the information that is brought forth not only from Dr. Muhammad but other areas, other scholars are not available to you, as the sister said, in your curriculums that you have for 400 years when you did not allow us to read and write and was being hidden. Whether you, sir, personally did that or not, it was a legacy that was passed on to you. And I end by saying the Holocaust is simply the greatest atrocity on film. Ours was not filmed. Thank you.
YouTube, we all can agree that America is the greatest country of all time, right? Or at least it's in the top 5 percentile. This country has everything. Wealth, money, people, the cultures, the food. America is just, you know, the staple when it comes to countries, bro. It's like the one. I mean, look, this whole country is built off the many cultures of different ethnicities. Indigenous Americans, African Americans, Africans, Mexicans, you name it, you feel me? This whole country's been built off of multiculturalism. This country's minority numbers are rising as the majorities are decreasing. And there's been a certain color of people that don't like that, man. But hey, we're not here for that. We're not here for that. But see, look, you guys, me and you, we guys are all part of history right now. Anything we achieve in this world, anything we do, any limits we break, any boundaries we, you know, snap, we're making history. Every day we need to get ourselves a pat on the back, man, because it's, you know, this country's come far. But there's one grim topic I gotta speak on, man, and that is America's rewriting of Black history. See, as far as I know, my answers go back all the way 1700s, maybe even 15, you feel me? But I wouldn't know because, you know, I can't trace it back that far. And I don't want to go to any of these, you know, generic, DNA sample things. I feel like that's all count. And they just be giving people random shit for money, you know? It seems as though that everything a Black American has done, or even an African has done for this country, it's been diminished or it's just been pushed to the back so everybody forgot about it or don't know about it. You feel me? So it's like everything that's in everyday use, like, you know, maybe a stoplight or, you know, air tools, brushes, stuff like that are being used today by so many people. I bet you guys didn't know that the person that made blood transfusions was a Black guy in World War II. He tried giving his blood to World War II soldiers dying over there in Berlin and France and stuff like that, but they denied it. They denied him because of his skin color, even to save a life of another white man. Cause think about that. Think about that. Bro, just look at this clip. They didn't even believe that Africans built the pyramids.
They have just told me that Shemai had a Nubian feature, which means that their ruling family was probably Nubian, and that was unexpected.
Examining Shemai's anatomy closely, the thickness of his bones and the shape of his nasal cavity, the anthropologists think he was a Black African.
We always thought the ancient Egyptian elites were Mediterranean type, and in this sense, Shemai is representing the society of the frontier.
Guys, do you guys know that every major genre of music in America has been made or influenced by a Black American? Hip hop, rock, jazz, blues, R&B, you know, dubstep, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to name, bro. It's all being influenced by Black Americans. There's been some exceptional, great white artists in our past, you know, or it's in our present as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we don't get credit for that. We just get, you know, we're just good at singing and rapping, and we good at all these other things like basketball, football, sports. You know, feel me? We good at these things, but we weren't the creators, or we just here to, you know, be participating in these things. No, guys, a lot of this culture, a lot of American culture, most American culture comes from us. AAVE, you know what I'm saying? The slang y'all use, just like these, just like snapbacks and hats. They weren't used to be worn for everyday, you know, things. They were just used for sports, baseball. But guys we start wearing these, and you know, we start wearing these with the baggy jeans, you know, and the graphic tees. It's like, we don't get no credit for none of this stuff, man. Bro, studies and scientists show that actually Black people were one of the first ones on Earth. But yet, you see we're not talked about in the Bible whatsoever. You see that? You see we're not talked about in the Bible whatsoever? But we were the first ones on here. Scientists show that even the first cavemen were actually dark-skinned colored. They're actually people of color. See, you can't make melanin. You can't make melanin or the Black gene with a white gene. So it would be impossible for a white man to make a black man. But it's possible for a black man to make a white man. In terms of ancient, you know what I'm saying, history and stuff like that. Obviously not now, because you can have mixed races and stuff. A white man gets with a black woman, vice versa. But I'm talking about if we took a gene of a white male to create a black male. You can't do it. It's literally impossible. Let's not forget the conquer of Europe by black Muslims, giving them new washing stuff to wash with, because Europeans didn't wash well. I mean, they had bed baths and stuff like that, but they weren't used how they were today in Europe. You know, guys, you know, we bought that over there. Shampoo, toothpaste, you know, stuff you use every day. We don't get no credit for none of this. It's just, you know, they give all the credit to people that are not of color. And yes, you guys were a big part of America. I'm not going to sit here and just act like white history isn't, you know, a part of America. You guys have built this country also. But you couldn't have done it alone. You couldn't have. Look at this clip right here, man. It's low-key trigger warning, but just look at it, bro. It's crazy to me.
Things white people have accomplished. 97% of inventions were made by Europeans. And there's actually a website when they say like the traffic light or peanut butter was invented by black people. I don't think they've invented anything actually. There's a website that like fact checks these black inventions, and you look deeper into it and usually they're all from white people that they might have added something or it was like completely stolen. So why are we not taught about that?
Wow, there's a site debunking black inventions.
Yeah, I didn't even invent peanut butter. So I don't think they've invented anything actually.
Yo, what a pork rind eating, mayonnaise sandwich consuming, raisin bran eating ass nigga, man. Who thinks like this? So you telling me out of hundreds of thousands of years, we've been here since 1500s and before that, out of millions and millions of millions of black and African Americans, you think we haven't created one single thing in America? Not one. Tell me how low of an IQ you have to believe that. Yo. Bro, I can't even fault, bro, because that's how all the boys think on that side. Them white conservatives, white supremacists, conservatives, them Republicans, this is how they think. It'll be insane to believe that only one race built everything in any country, bro. No one's like that. I mean, North Korea probably, because them boys low-key like slaves over there, but we ain't gonna talk about North Korea. But out of the majority of any country, bro, multi-races have built things there. Like, it hasn't been just one race. You feel me? That's what I'm trying to say. By his logic, white people created swimming. Because look, if you look at all the Olympics people that swim, it's mainly white people with it. Like, they mainly swim competitively. You get what I'm saying? So, technically, by his logic, white people created swimming because they do it more. They're majority, right? No, that's not how that works. My two favorite sports is boxing and basketball, right? And basketball is like 90% black. Like, the racial demographic over there is 90% black people. I don't think it's no more than that. In boxing, the most world champions have been black people. Sugar Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, you feel me? Now you got Gervonta Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson, Terrence Bud Crawford, etc. Majority of black people dominate those two sports, right? I would be a fool to say black people created those sports because they didn't. You know what I'm saying? We'll give credit when credit is due. Black people and Africans, black Americans, we give credit when credit is due. Those sports are created by a white man. I'm gonna put his name up here because I don't know it off the top of my head. But it was created by a white man. And it's dominated by black people now. In boxing, I believe it started in Europe. In ancient Rome, it was practiced as bare knuckle fighting. It's either ancient Rome or Greece, one of the two, right? But then it went from bare knuckle fighting to using hand wraps in the UK or somewhere else in Europe. And then it went further and further and further until it became worldwide. You know what I'm saying, guys? Yeah, we give credit when credit is due. Like the NHL, that's majority white. I think that's the biggest racial demographic in all of sports is hockey. They're 99% white, I believe, or 98 or something up there. They like in the high 90s. No people of color play that sport. The Native Americans created the NHL, created hockey. So, by bro logic over here, what he just said, y'all created it. We can't get that. We don't get the same leeway as all these other races and all these other racial demographics that get credit for the things they've done and they achieve. But for us, it's like we've done nothing in this whole country. Since being here for thousands and thousands of years, we've done nothing. Cow. It's just you don't see my people thinking like this though. I ain't gonna lie, some black people do be tripping now. They be saying like, white people haven't done anything for the country. They only colonize people and they take away from other people and they take away from cultures. And yeah, okay, majority of that is true. Like, I ain't gonna lie, majority of that has been happening forever. But there's been some good things they've done to further this country, you know what I'm saying? I can't take that away. But as far as it goes, as far as the corrupt governments, the corrupt rules set in place for them, and corrupt injustice of black people in the justice system and in just real life, like, white people have been given the privilege to be better in America and to get further without having to try as hard as us. So all we asking for is to, when things go shoot up in the world and it's because of us, just give us our, you know, our brownies, give us our cookies, you know what I'm saying? Give me that shit. Come here. Like, give us that. That's all we saying, man. And yeah, this country be better, like, no cap. But hey, YouTube, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. That was just a little quick history lesson, you feel me? I just feel like we got to do better in that aspect. Not even just with black people, but, you know, the Native Americans, the Mexicans, Asians, you feel me? White people, y'all get y'all credit, man. Spread the love. Help me get in the algorithm, man. I'm still not in the algorithm, chat. I'm still not out there. They don't know my name yet. But it's your boy Sauce. And I'm out, man.